Hello everyone, and welcome to It's Time to Get Out from the Solar System, which is a game available for you to purchase on Steam. And it's not a very well-liked game, for a couple of reasons. I assume the first reason is that the title does not leave a very good impression. It's Time to Get Out from the Solar System, while a humorous title does not sound all that great, does not entice people to like it. The second reason people probably dislike this game so much is that there's about a 2-minute long text crawl in the beginning as we slowly approach the planet in the distance. And while I wouldn't say the story is uninteresting, in fact I'm vaguely invested in the story and I want to see the character succeed in his endeavors, in spite of the grammar. I'm still kind of invested in the story and want to see the main character succeed. The fact that this text scroll takes so long, is unskippable, and is full of grammar errors probably also contribute to people's poor opinion of the game. But you can always just tell yourself that because it's narrated by the main character himself may have grammar issues. I feel like that's a good in-universe way to look at it. Like if someone who didn't have the best grasp of English started talking like this to you in real life, you wouldn't make fun of them, right? You just sort of accept that they don't understand English super well. So as far as I'm concerned, until the game proves me wrong, since this entire game is self-narrated by the player character just does not have a great grasp of English. The main character just does not understand English very well. That is the in-universe explanation for these grammar errors. So the unskippable 2-minute text crawl might not be so bad by itself. You think, like a lot of games have really long intro cutscenes, but every time you lose or quit the game and you haven't reached a checkpoint, you have to watch this cutscene all over again. For real. How this game is structured is there's this 2-minute cutscene, and then there's a really short shooting segment, and if you die during that segment, you have to watch the cutscene all over again before you get to try the shooting segment again. Now, if you make it past the intro shooting segment, you reach a checkpoint, and from that checkpoint you can retry levels as many times as you want. But you still can't save. So every time you quit the game and start it back up, you have to watch this cutscene again. And hope you don't die during the intro shootout, or you'll have to watch the cutscene again. And again and again and again. Which is great. And that's definitely sarcasm because it's not great. It's actually very bad. Alright, we're approaching the far orbit where the pirates are. So we're going to have to deal with the oncoming pirates. The way the ship controls in this game, it does have quite a bit of momentum to it. Quite a bit. So moving can be a bit of a challenge, but I wouldn't say it's unfair. I do like the minimalist look to the spaceships. I know a lot of people may not be in agreement about that, but I really like the minimalist look to the spaceships, and the game's general atmosphere kind of reminds me of Wii Space. If a bit more somber because of the tone the cutscene sets. But, yeah. The game controls okay. The shooting feels fine. Nothing super bad so far, except for the fact that if you lose this section, you have to rewatch the intro cutscene, which, as was previously mentioned, is not so good. There's only 2 enemy types so far. Those small ships that just shoot 1 bullet occasionally, and the rounder ships that aim toward you as they drift off screen. You just gotta weave through the bullets, though. It's not that bad. Like, if you retry this section a few times, you'll get it, no problem. Now, I can't blame people for not wanting to retry this section, because even though it's really short, and you'll get it after just a couple tries, you do have to watch that whole 2-minute cutscene every time you fail. Now, I was lucky enough to get it the first try this time, but I have played the game before, so... I mean, I actually like this inner monologue the character has going on. Like, it's actually kind of introspective and cool, this inner monologue the main character has going, and I like it, and I want to hear more of it. Well, I suppose I want to read more of it, not hear more of it, but you understand what I'm saying. Right, so now we can go to the shop and buy an upgrade for our ship. Only one, though. And we're gonna buy the increased speed because dodging bullets is currently our top priority, and our speed is just not enough by itself, so we're going to attach that to the engine, and now we'll move a bit faster. Simple as that. And this is as far as I got in the game. This area right here. I have never beaten this area. Now, there was a shield power-up we could have bought in the shop, and you may think that seems tempting, but we couldn't use the shield power-up yet because we did not have enough energy reserves to use it. So we would have to buy the energy tank and then buy the shield. So the speed power-up or the double shot power-up were the only things we could really get, and the speed power-up is far more useful at this juncture, because being able to dodge bullets is what's most important. So, if you do make it this far, you probably give up here. Because this is some grade A obscenely difficult bullshit you have to do. With the spaceship's momentum, the enemies that are obscenely faster than you, and UFO-style enemies that can fire double shots. They go faster than any other enemy bullets so far, so you have to, like, circle strafe around them. Alright, so I skipped ahead a bit, and this is about, like, my 15th attempt at the first real level. What you're seeing right here is about my 15th attempt at this level. The enemy patterns and the order in which they spawn are the same, but sometimes they come faster if you kill their friends faster than before and stuff like that. The important thing to remember is that this is my 15th attempt at the very first real level. And it seems kind of obvious to me why, even if people did make it this far, which I can't imagine many people did, they might give up at this juncture with how ridiculously difficult this is with the spaceship's momentum and everything else going on. But the thing is that I don't really have any bad feelings toward this game, nor do I really want to give up, but I always end up having to give up because, you know, I only have so much time in a day to play video games. And there are other video games that I'm actually capable of getting through that I could be playing instead. But someday I want to finish this game because I know it can be done. I know it's physically possible. Someday I want to finish this game. I want to see the ending. I want to know what else the main character has to say. I want to finish this someday. Today isn't that day, though. Well, it's time to get out from the solar system.